So poops, I think most of us are tired of that agama dan bangsa narrative out there, but some people just never tire of it long after its expiry date, namely a certain Mahathir Mohamad who believes that UMNO has betrayed the Malays. So poops, Tun Mahathir believes that UMNO has betrayed the Malays. He writes, "Wahai UMNO members, you have betrayed the fight of your parents and your grandparents for the independence of the Malay land. Today, you support the action of getting rid of the independence that they fought for before when you agreed to place this country under the power of America. You prioritize your personal needs and pawn the motherland. Your grandchildren will hold you to account for that. There's no need for you to protect this agreement. Apart from agreeing to buy almost 1 trillion ringgit of American products, you agreed to support the policies and actions of America. Also agreed to refer to America in all actions and policies in terms of Malaysia's relations with other countries so that they do not conflict with the policies and actions of the United States. The bravery of Malaysia is no longer there. All is determined by the United States. UMNO has become a traitor to the Malays. UMNO no longer fights for race, country, and religion. For members and representatives of UMNO, the fight is only for their personal needs." Oh wait, what's that? Are you saying that doesn't apply for you? Great spiritual savior, angel of the Malays. Truly wonderful, come I clap hands for you. So poops, this will be an amazing #Jati Diri narrative if not for the fact that even the Malays no longer trust Mahathir. One after another, they write their comments showcasing that we know your game, and there it is, a showcase that people actually know what's going on, although maybe for a whole ton of years, maybe they didn't realize. They didn't see that somehow or another, there was this little game going on where a single man could bring down Badawi, Anwar, Najib, one after another, even if it all just happens to conveniently line up with his personal preferences, acting as if that was only ever the way to save the Malays, invoking the ghosts of the Malay dilemma one after another, while screaming pengkhianat gadai tanah Melayu, being all #demi bangsaku. Cue Tun Faisal and Isham Jalil screaming undap mantap, which by the way, nobody actually takes seriously. I think it is incredible that that same dude is going out creating parties one after another like mushrooms after rain, going from the most eminent political figure in the country to losing his deposit, which is probably justified given that everybody sees through his game, his look East policy, bringing in that sweet Nihon money, yen after 100 million yen, to bring Malaysia under the foreign Japanese control that he tried to run away from. So you know, when I see posts like this, I don't take them seriously. I don't be all like, oh, this is a win for the Chinese or it's a win for the Malays or anything like that. I don't even think about race, because to me, that's really not an important part of Malaysian politics. Like, you have poor Malays, you have rich Malays, rich Chinese, poor Chinese, Indians of every part of the socio-economic spectrum, and I don't think that is such an important thing that people need to go out and scream about it. But of course, lots of politicians love going out there and scream about it because it is convenient and it appeals to stupid people. Like, I totally get that some people want to be proud of their #race. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's something that should be encouraged. But if you're going out there talking constantly about #betraying the Malays without any actual proof out there, gaslighting people moment by moment and trying to push them against other races just because it suits your needs, I think more and more people are gonna start thinking that maybe you're not really trying to serve the collective needs of the Malays, but instead you're trying to push your personal agenda. I don't think that UMNO has betrayed the Malays, because at the end of the day, what matters most is what is best for the country. Prepare for that #second takeoff, what allows people to make a living, survive, not only survive but thrive, and just end up living good lives. Honestly, I feel like if there ever were a time to cast off the ghosts of the past, of race, religion, #Jati Diri, the best time would have been when it all started, so we would never have even had race-based political parties, advocacy for different communities. It would have been better if we could have just come together at the very start so we could have had a better foundation. But now that ship has sailed, we are more than 60 years past independence, and the second best time is now. And well, there's probably never a good time to go out there and start talking about how we're apparently buying 1 trillion of stuff when it was stuff we were already buying. Preaching up a grand game about how the Malays are being divided over and over again. Wow, by the way, you are the one that's doing most of the dividing. Rehat lah, Tun. So say thousands of us. I don't know if you actually listen to that advice, but well, it could be a good call, Tun. No need to attach yourself to the ghosts of the past and cry for the kebangkitan Melayu, which somehow you hope for but doesn't make sense in a borderless world. Personally, I for one think that they can call people undak, mantap or any number of other names out there, but the fact is that as long as you're progressing, as long as you're helping to develop the country for every single Malaysian out there, I don't think that there's a need for you to go out there and scream about agama and bangsa, because anyway, most people are already realizing it's no longer relevant. What we want to do is build this nation, not serve the political interests. Go out there and scream about UMNO because for whatever reason, they are still left in the dark ages and think that race and religion are the most important things to ensure our country's success, when actually it is the ultimate albatross that is pulling us down, chaining us to the past, and guaranteeing that we will never succeed. And I for one will be very glad to say goodbye to that when it is finally gone. Please, for the love of God, please disappear. We don't need you for the 21st century. We never needed you, and we won't need you in the future. But what do you think, Sapoops? Did UMNO betray the Malay cause? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.